Sorry, everyone. Some slight technical difficulties, but we're back.
Gobbled it up. Throw to first base.
It's a slideshow, but it seems like Arlene just grounded out for an easy out, and now the Hornets are back up. Next up is Angela Del Vecchio. She may be slow, but she has some serious pop. Especially if you aim it over that center field fence, you can definitely hit one out.
Low ball 2. And the count. And the throw. High ball 3.
3-1 count. On what's honestly was basically a bad call. Full count. Angelo Del Vecchio up now. Swing, grounder, not what you want to see out of her. Ooh, inaccurate throw from Nomar, but Raquel makes it in time. As a little tidbit for everyone that wants to know, if you see your first baseman running away like that, then that means that the person that ran towards it made an inaccurate throw. So that play was actually on Nomar for Raquel running away. But in the meantime, Esther just hits a little ground out, unfortunately. Ready. Next up we're going grounder, which is honestly an interesting strategy as Vincent's not fast. It's actually the same exact speed here as Esther.
That's a foul. And the count is 2-1.
Who now opts to go to the line drive.
1-2. From the stretch, the delivery.
Grounder. Up the first race line, Raquel easily scoops it up. And that retires the Hornets, and now the Royals are back up to them bat. So far, the Royals are up in the count with 3 hits when compared to 2, but unfortunately, the only thing that matters about the end is the run that scores across the plate, and they unfortunately weren't able to get that with Sophie's blast earlier.
From the windup, the pitch.
Swinging.
And popped up.
Vincent's eye is big, but it's not big enough as he makes the grabbing catch to retire Ryan. Next we have Reese Worthington, who, even though he has some mediocre contact making abilities, honestly worse than mediocre, he has some okay-ish pop and some okay-ish speed to get on. Fouls it off to make it a pitcher's count. Or 2-2. I'm not even sure if that's how you even call it, or if it's a pitcher's count, because I know that a 4-1, 4-0, or 4-1 is a batter's count, but I'm surely 2 strikes with no balls is a pitcher's count. Ooh, just barely fouled that one off. That was looking low. Angela with her deceiving hooks. Just a bit outside, and Reese goes down swinging. He may have tried to get at that fastball early, because you don't usually expect the fastball from Angela, and the off-speed fastball got him looking. Or got him swinging, more specifically. For anyone that doesn't know, Angela's best pitches are hook and slow ball, so it's not too expected to see a fastball coming across the plate. Strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike for the count. Bit fouled. Ooh. Good thing for the Royals that went fouled, as that would have been an easy out for Tony. Ooh! I'm honestly shocked that he made contact with that, but it doesn't matter. That was honestly way out of the zone, but Juan made contact with it, and it just is, and it ended up in a little bit of a weak grounder, unfortunately. And that retires the Royals, and now we're back up to the leading Hornets to the bat. Ball 2. Donald has an okay-ish bat. He can occasionally rip it over their heads, but he isn't too. But it isn't too common for him to do that. Liner. Ooh, nabbed by Raquel. Yeah, Donald can hit some rippers, but unfortunately a lot of his are caught like that. Vanessa Goodman up to bat now. Going to just hit it over that center field fence. Interesting strategy. 1-1. 1 count for all 3 counts.
Center and the throw. Low ball 2. And the count is 2-1. He's ready now. Pitch on the way. Ball 3.
Ball 3. Pitchers, or no, more of a batter's count here. Ooh, full count. 1 out.
It's a pretty tough to fight them. Count is 3-2. From the windup, he throws it.
Foul tip. Vanessa does not have a good contact stat. She has like 60-some power and like anywhere from like 20-some to a 10 out of 100 contact. And that's a walk. And that brings up Big Quiche to start it up. Vanessa's not who you really want to walk. Although she's honestly probably one of the best players for offense in the 9th round, she's not the best player you can have up in general. And Keisha swings for strike 1. Ooh, a sneaky fastball coming in.
1 out. Rewind fire.
Fouled off. More of a pitcher's count here now.
And the throw.
Big hit. Big hit to the outfield. Ooh, diving catch by Nomar. And that stops the runner from proceeding, but not enough to stop Sophie Meyer from coming up to the plate, who already has a homer today. Ooh, big rip. Oh, that was a meatball. Too bad it was fouled, though. Sophie Meyer, also known by Montana Magica as the Burger Queen, wanting to rip another one. But then we have a tender miss. Ooh, Lisa Crockett comes back in. Now, if you guys saw earlier, she was the one that actually gave up the initial homer to Sophie. And she paints the ball low. Just barely in. Those sneaky hooks of hers. Going for the steal as well. Ooh, big rip. It's out of here. Back. It's gone. Or no, I messed up. Oh, what's happening? They ran over the fence. Oh, man. Ooh, he has a cannon. Ooh, oh, no, he's tripped. What is going on? Ryan's not paying attention, and Vanessa's in a pickle. Her stamina is horrible. Ooh, it's a rundown. And they got him out. What could have potentially been a home run was turned into a run out at third.
The Hornets leading up by 1.
Now, that is not what you want to see when you're the Hornets, but that is what you want to see when you're the Royals here. And up comes the top of the Royals order. The Hornets had a big opportunity to score there. Yeah, unfortunately, with some slight managerial errors, probably should have kept Vanessa at third or kept her running when Ryan was doing his idol there. They end up getting nothing out of that, unfortunately for the for the Hornets.
Delivered. A swing.
Big blast. Ooh, big hit. Is that? No, it's just
Solid.
barely not gone.
Wings it. He choked.
Oh, Angel with a flub. Nomar Garcia-Parra tried his hardest, but unfortunately he could not get it over. But that puts up Cheryl Reynolds with a runner in scoring position. Ooh, swing and a miss. Or no, not scoring position, but a runner on. Well, technically scoring position if she hits it over.
Throws it. Throwing a beer out.
Ooh, strike two. And
No.
she goes swinging.
From the windup and the pitch. Ball one.
Ball
There's
one.
the count.
This is a scary position here for the Hornets, as they very well could give up their lead. Ball two. One bad pitch could easily make it 2-1.
Windup and the offering. Low ball.
Ooh,
And
what a call. And what a take by Mulligan there.
swing. Ready now. A 3-2 pitch.
Ooh, and she goes down swinging. Oh, not until Nomar tries to steal. And they got them both. An unfortunate strikeout from Cheryl, some clutch pitching from Angela, and Mulligan seemed to have him stuck on steal, so he unfortunately couldn't get him back in time. Not at least until Tony hits with a pickoff.
There's the motion. And delivered. That was ball one. 1-1. Take the stretch. One on. Strike two. Hey, like, swing, why don't you? From the windup, the 1-2 pitch.
Ooh, just barely low. As Isabel Morelli, or the Ronnie clone, comes up.
A bouncing ball. Play for her. Go to the chopper. Here's across the first. Out. Sophomore completed. The coach called timeout.
We have a slight timeout, as I assume that he's using the juice over here. As he is bringing Vanessa over.
From the windup and the delivery. Swing. Surrender. Nobody out. Swing. He is ready. Pitch. The swing. Exit down the line. You got it. He fires at the first. And that's an out.
Nice easy out there, and Tony Del Vecchio comes up.
She's set. Here's the pitch. Ball one out. Into the windup, pitch on the way. Low and outside. And the count is 2-1. The windup and the delivery.
Ball three against Tony Del Vecchio.
From the windup and the delivery.
Ooh, ripper. Back. Ooh, what a catch by Reach Worthington. It was a big rip by Tony, but unfortunately was not enough. and Reese makes the catch. So we have Angelo Del Vecchio, who has a pretty big power opportunity here.
He's ready. He delivered.
Ooh, not too much power with that hit, though. She just gets out at first. And that retires the Royal, and that retires the Hornet side. The Royals have actually doubled the Hornets hitting, but unfortunately they haven't been able to make up anything or get anyone to score off of it using the strategic juice, it seems.
Up the pitch now.
Now, unfortunately, Angela herself really doesn't have much juice, but her slow ball is still as good as ever. Ooh, just barely out for ball one.
And the offering swing.
Big rip.
Fly.
Ooh, could get through, and it does.
It off the wall. The throw.
Good thing this is only Steel Stadium. If that was a field, good thing for the Hornets that this is only Steel Stadium. As if this was a field that had any big of an outfield with Vanessa out there, that would have been easily a double. Ooh. Next up, we have the most likely tired, most likely a bit tired Lisa Crockett. And it seems like they're going to be banking on that she's going to hit a grounder with their shifting in. Now, despite that, Lisa actually doesn't even have that weak of a bat with 67 out of 100 power. So the decision to shift in is definitely interesting. Especially considering how she can hit a nice liner or something. Ooh, and they were right to assume that she would hit something like that. They only get one out in this situation, though, as Lisa makes it to first on a fielder's choice. Next up, we have Arlene Perez, the same amount of power as Lisa, but more contact. Ooh, big hit, back. Ooh, it's going to Esther. Ooh, bonk straight off her head and spike to the ground. Not a good fielding performance from these Hornets. Now, unfortunately for these Royals, they have Ryan up. See, if I'm the Royals coach here, I'm just striking out, honestly, and getting Juan up. But it's up to what Mulligan wants to do. As Lisa and Arlene get on through the air. Ball two. If you're the Hornets, you do not want to walk in this situation. Ooh, swings foul. Instead of going for the strikeout, he's going for it.
Here's the motion. 2-1 pitch.
Ooh, big rip. Keisha's eye is big. Ooh, a questionable infield fly call. That didn't even land into the infield. That was honestly a pretty horrible call from the umps, as that wasn't even in the infield. I don't know what Clanky might need an oil refill or something with that call there. But it arguably benefits the Hornets here as they get out of it, as there's a good chance with Lisa's eye that if they aren't careful, that could go past her. And next up we have Reese Worthington. Well, not that great of a hitter. He still has a better shot than Ryan over there. And it seems like Angela's a bit gassed and ooh.
Watch out for this one, too. That's rope and fat, you know.
The big hook. Ooh, goes for it and fouls it off. Ooh, they try the off-speed heater.
Ready now. A 2-2 pitch. A swing.
Ooh, just barely got to that one. I'm not sure if that was a strike or a ball, honestly, but Reese got to it anyway. Fouled it off. Reese is fighting over here while Angela's stamina's low. Ooh, they're going for the risky heater. Just barely fouled again. Reese is fighting over here while Angela's pleading with her low stamina. And that's low for a full count. You have to go for that. Another foul by Reese. Reese is really working.
From the windup, a 3-2 pitch. The wing.
Big hit. Ooh, that is a perfect gapper by Reese Worthington. Ooh, that is greedy though. That. Ooh, Keisha resists on the throw and they make it home. I think what happened there is I think DH34 was trying to click home, but instead he clicked on the runner. As Keisha has enough of an arm to make that throw, but she unfortunately just stared at it. And the Royals get a hit off of the Reese Worthington bloop fly ball that made it perfectly through the gap, and now it's a tied ball game.
1-1.
1-1 to Juan Gonzalez with Vincent's lead on. Ooh, big swing and a whiff. Ooh, got him just barely low. I don't even blame Mulligan for swinging at that. And now it's a tied ball game going into the fifth for the Hornets. Or the Hornets' fifth inning of batting.
Extra press. The stretch fire.
Fouled away.
0-2. Into the motion and delivery.
Coming in for a strike, yeah, Esther fouls it away once again.
0-2.
For anyone that doesn't know, Esther is a Weber clone over here. Ooh, just barely in. What a hook by Lisa. Yeah, for anyone that doesn't know, Esther's a Weber clone, so she doesn't have too much power, but she has decent contact. Next up, we have who is just pitching in Vincent Sweet. Honestly, with how their stamina situation is, honestly, I don't blame DH for just taking the strikeout there, as that could potentially give Angela and/or Vanessa, or Venetia, however they call it, more juice. Grounder. Ooh, Reese is on first for some reason. Ooh, just barely out. He's like, if he was like a speed tier faster, he would have made it, but he's just a bit too slow though. It seems like they're calling up a timeout for the Royals to bring back in Ryan Vanderhoek.
And delivered. Sliced it. 2-1. Here's the wind.
Grounder. Honestly, with how slow these guys are, that nope. Lisa picks it up easily, and it's an out. I was about to say maybe with how slow Ryan was, that might have been a good hit, but nope. And kind of an unfortunate game for the Royals. 8 hits and 1 run, and it's tied with the opponent only having 2 hits. But that being said, they do have the top of their order up and Big Cheryl up again, who swings straight to Keisha, straight scoops it up, and that's an out number 1. Next we have scary Cheryl Reynolds once again.
And the offering.
Ooh, back, gone out of here. No question. That was a horrible pitch from Vincent, and I'm pretty sure that was Vincent, and Cheryl made him pay. And now it's 2-1 ball game for the Royals. Once again, Big Cheryl does not take many prisoners, especially if you give her meatballs like that. That was definitely not where DH34 wanted to put that one, as that was a meatball. And it's now a 2-1 Royals game. And immediately with that, DH calls up a timeout and goes, "Yeah, sorry, Vincent, you're done." After that. Ooh, another rip. Goes over to Vanessa. Ooh, bobbles it.
It over.
An unfortunate error from Vanessa, and that gets Isabel with a Ronnie clone on. Because we have Raquel Cohen, who is a Tony Gwynn clone. Ooh, slight grounder, could potentially be a double play. And it is double play, but unfortunately it was not enough to get rid of the damage too quickly, as they are now down 2-1. However, the Hornets do have the best part of their lineup coming up after Vanessa, or Venezia, however you want to call it. Swing and foul one. Ooh, swing. Strike two. Going for the power swing. Fouled it off. Ryan Vanderhoek staying strong on the mound.
A bouncing ball.
Ooh, just barely.
Into the windup and the pitch. A swing.
Ooh, not the ideal hit. And it's a soft grounder over to Ryan. And that's out number one for the Royals. But these next two batters are the scariest part of the Hornets lineup, though.
Very good to see.
Although Keisha, unfortunately, not having the best day, though, at 0 for 2. Strike one. That heater is tempting, because if you get a good hit off of it, then it's a +5 velocity buff. Fouled it off. Ooh. Like if I'm DH, I'm swinging at that. Ooh. Pop up. Can she get to it? Yes, she can. And now the Hornets are down to their last breath in Sophie Meyer, who hit a home run earlier today. Unless she hits it really well, it's effectively either she hits a homer and ties it, or it's the ball game for the Hornets. But before that, the Royals are making a quick pitching change. See who they bring in.
Nomar
Garcia-Parra takes his first steps on the mound for a really important mound appearance here. Just barely low. And Sophie and the Hornets. Just barely low again. Honestly, I do not blame Mulligan for just walking her, honestly. Oh, but he seems like he's not doing that. Back!
Get out, please.
Oh, it's just a bit short. And the tours of Steel Stadium happen there. A lot of people say that it's a very offensive ballpark, but from hits like that, you'll see that's a homer anywhere else, pretty much. And now it's down to Jillian Payne. Can she bring in the pain? And now the winning run is up, though. She has the power for those fences in the middle.
Over here. Ball two. 2-0. From the front and offering the wing.
Ooh, just barely late on that heater.
2-1.
Fastball.
From the windup.
Huge hook, and now they're down to their last strike.
Strike on ya.
Nomar versus Julian, 2-2 count, 2 outs. And strikes out looking, and that's it. And that's the ball game. Hornets win 2-1 over the Royals win 2-1 over the Hornets. Ooh, what a game.
Indeed.
And in a borderline upset. And in an upset, the Royals take it 2-1. And in an absolute upset, the Royals take it 2-1. And it seems like DH34 is getting stats here. What an absolute game. Since you're here, DH, do you want to give off some final thoughts after the stats?
He just outpitched me there. I just couldn't get any hits going.
Understandable.
And it happens.
Yeah. I mean, it just happens. It's just how backyard baseball is. Cheryl with the go-ahead runner or a home run, and you just couldn't get anything going. You have any final thoughts, DH, before we head off?
He pitched a hell of a game, and he got the run that he needed.
Exactly.
A little bit disgusted, but he earned that W. He earned that.
Ready. Nice showing of respect there, DH.
Indeed. Well played.
And it was a blast having you two on. But I think I'm gonna roll the outro here, and it was nice having you two on. See you later.
Yep, thank you.
You're welcome. That'll do it, everybody. Oh, God dang it, this thing. What is it doing? Nope. I kind of screwed up the background. There we go. That's a lot better. Type in text. Sorry, guys, I'm just fumbling around. It's been a while since I've streamed. I'm just getting it set back up, everybody. Sorry. And after the setup, that's all she wrote, everybody. As the Royals and iMulligan take it, and with that, the way the Hornets go to 1-1. In fact, both teams actually go to 1-1. As DH34 and iMulligan had a great showing today, and I'm sure that they were both proud to be featured on Match of the Week. And if you haven't already, be sure to subscribe to things like the Patreon and the Backyard Sports Center Twitch. Obviously, it's not required, but it'll be really nice. And be sure to stay tuned for next week. Well, I wasn't able to get week 1 stream between Miki, Momo, and Kra. We're planning on streaming every single match of the week game to this Twitch this season. So that should be really a really fun thing to have happen. And sorry if I'm a bit awkward, but with that out of the way, this is your host CRK signing out. I hope you guys have a good day and or night, and whoop, this is the Backyard Sports Center Twitch signing off. Goodbye, everybody.